Chaos causing youngest hackers. Today, we'll delve into the world of the youngest hackers who created turmoil. We're accustomed to encountering hackers in the headlines, whether it's figures like Edward Snowden, disclosing government classified information, or hacker collective tamperings with YouTube channels. Despite the prevailing stereotypes, it's important to note that not all hackers fit the mold of computer geeks. Some may appear to be entirely unassuming children. Commencing with Brian Clearly and Jack Davis, this pair of 17-year-old hackers hailing from the UK, infamously known as Low Tech, stirred up significant confusion and outrage in 2012. They infiltrated a multitude of organizations including corporations, government entities, and websites. Notably, their targets encompassed the CIA, the Pentagon, and the English National Health Service, leading to the exposure of numerous confidential files. They gained notoriety for their audacious pranks on the Sun newspaper, in which they replaced the publication's homepage with an obituary from media magnate Rupert Murdoch, who owned the website. Predictably, following their string of cyber attacks, the duo faced arrest and are presently serving prison sentences. Next in line is DJ Stolen, a name many of us are familiar with. We've witnessed numerous cases of celebrities falling victim to hacking, but one of the most infamous celebrity hackers was a 17-year-old American known as DJ Stolen. He infiltrated the computers of numerous pop stars, making off with a trove of unreleased tracks. Among the artists he targeted were Lady Gaga, Kasha, Justin Timberlake, Mariah Carey, and Leona Lewis. In a particularly invasive breach of privacy, he even obtained explicit images of Kasha. DJ Stolen received a prison sentence of 1.5 years and was required to undergo therapy for his internet addiction. Another notable group, Team Poison, is also worth mentioning. In 2012, two 16-year-old individuals collectively known as Team Poison successfully breached the security of the UK police headquarters, commonly referred to as Scotland Yard. Their audacious hack enabled them to intercept confidential phone conversations taking place within Scotland Yard, despite the utilization of security technology that have been in place for many years. These intercepted calls contained highly sensitive content, including government strategies and information related to prominent criminals and their victims. With audacity reminiscent of a character from a James Bond movie, the hackers proceeded to upload these classified calls to YouTube for the general public to access. Eventually, their actions led to their arrest and subsequent imprisonment, prompted by a vigilant YouTube users who reported the incriminating videos to Scotland Yard. In 2014, a 5-year-old boy by the name of Christopher Wilhelm von Hassel, residing in San Diego, came to Microsoft's attention. What brought Christopher to their notice was his desire to play certain Xbox games that were not age-appropriate for him. To circumvent this restriction, he resorted to hacking into his father's Xbox Live account to gain access to these games. Christopher's method was quite straightforward. He would access his dad's account and deliberately enter an incorrect password, which would then lead him to a password verification screen. Here, he cleverly exploited a glitch in Microsoft's system, allowing him to gain unauthorized access to the account. This incident naturally exposed a significant security vulnerability within Microsoft's infrastructure. This vulnerability could potentially enable anyone to hack into any Xbox Live account. Upon discovering this, Christopher's father contacted Microsoft, realizing that such an issue could disrupt the gaming experience for numerous users. Microsoft promptly addressed the glitch and even recognized Christopher's contribution by adding his name to a list of security researchers who had assisted in enhancing the security of Microsoft products. Next up is COD Hacker. Back in 2014, a 14-year-old gamer hailing from Ireland made a rather audacious move. He embarked on a mission to hack the online server of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. His objective was to acquire usernames, passwords, and additional details of Xbox Live users. However, his hacking activities did not go unnoticed, and Microsoft detected his actions. As a consequence, they promptly closed his account. Now, one might expect that Microsoft would pursue legal actions against this young hacker. Surprisingly, the opposite occurred. Microsoft was so impressed by the young talent that instead of taking him to court, they decided to hire him. He was brought on board to assist in the development of their security systems. It appears that this was an unorthodox yet effective way to land a job with Microsoft. Anonymous Canadian hacker. When this individual was just 12 years old, they initiated a series of distributed denial of service or DOS attacks targeting government websites in support of student protests in Quebec. Residing in Montreal, this young hacker later confessed to their involvement in causing the shutdown of various government-owned pages, including the Institute of Public Health of Quebec and even the Chilean government. These attacks resulted in several websites being offline for up to 48 hours and incurred an estimated cost of $60,000 in damages to law enforcement. Xiao Shan is at the helm of an exceptional collective in China that goes by the name China Girl Security Team. She spearheads this group of female hackers in response to the prevailing male dominance in the field. Xiao Shan recognized the need for an avenue for a teenage girl like herself to thrive. Today, her group has established connections with some of the world's most remarkable hacking organizations and has risen to become one of the largest Chinese-based hacking collectives in history. Surprisingly, this prominent group comprises 2,000 hackers. Chan, along with her compatriots in the China Girl Security Team, continues to draw the attention of both national and international law enforcement agencies due to their activities. Now let's talk about the real-life Ferris Bueller. We all fondly recall the iconic scene in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where Ferris hacks into his school computer system from the comfort of his home to modify his grades. It seemed like a fantasy at that time, and many of us might have wished we could do the same. Well, believe it or not, in 2012, a 14-year-old student in New Hampshire school did just that. He successfully breached the school computer systems from his home and altered his own grades. His teachers were not only upset, but also astounded by his remarkable computer skills. What's even more impressive is that he not only improved his own grades, but also took the opportunity to lower the grades of those who have been bullying him. It appears this young hacker knew how to deliver a dose of justice. Now let's talk about our next highlight, Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is a 10-year-old female hacker hailing from California. Her impressive skills have led her to hack into numerous popular mobile games, uncovering glitches and vulnerabilities. Her hacking journey began when she grew tired of waiting for farming games to yield their rewards. She found it particularly frustrating when, for example, crops required a lengthy 10 hours to grow. She took it upon herself to hack the game, ensuring that the crops grew instantly. Her actions not only address her own impatience, but also expose the vulnerabilities for others to benefit from. Is she merely a gamer seeking an easier route, or a budding genius in the world of hacking? Our next subject is Aaron's Bomb, a 14-year-old boy who harbored a deep passion for computers since his earliest memories. This remarkable young lad was demonstrating his computing prowess as early as the age of 6 when he began programming apps. However, as he grew older, his skills took a rather mischievous turn. At the age of 14, he employed his knowledge for less than ethical purposes by hacking into school's computer system. His entry into this digital realm was facilitated by an admin password, which he utilized to infiltrate the accounts of various teachers and tamper with their passwords. And surprisingly, once his school uncovered these activities, they promptly expelled him. Interestingly, despite his wrongdoing, Aaron's mother opted to place the blame on the school, asserting that their cybersecurity measures were inadequate. Let's discuss our last subject, Betsy Davis. In 2015, a 7-year-old Londoner named Betsy Davis achieved quite the feat by hacking into an open Wi-Fi hotspot. Her tool of choice? A basic laptop computer. With a simple setup, she managed to infiltrate the devices connected to the free public Wi-Fi network, granting her access to various accounts, including emails, online banks, and passwords. The remarkable aspect is that Betsy possessed no profound knowledge of computers or hacking. So how did she pull up this stunt? It's rather straightforward. She merely watched an 11-minute tutorial on YouTube that guided her through the process. As a result of her newfound skills, she was later employed by a VPN website specializing in security testing. Talk about a unique way to secure a job. Thank you for joining us in exploring the fascinating world of the youngest hackers. If you found these stories intriguing, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to stay updated on more incredible tales. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. We'll catch you in the next episodes as we continue to delve into the most captivating topics. Stay curious.